Hey guys, what's going on? Kel back here, once again representing the 40k YouTube channel, bringing you another Warhammer 40,000 related video. Today we're going to have a look on the Warhammer 40,000 community page and have a look at the article entitled Core Units and Characters. Apologies for this video coming out a bit late, but once again the whole COVID-19 situation has hit my area of the country, excuse me, with a thunderhammer. So I've been trying to sort out things this week, so apologies in advance, but we're back. We're going to do more videos and have a discussion about this one. First of all though, big shout out, big thank you to everyone who supported the channel up to now. Thank you very much guys for all the likes, the comments and the subscriptions coming in slowly but surely, trickling in every day. Thank you all very, very much, and thank you for supporting me and Col on Instagram at 40_Col, where you can see what we've been working on and getting up to. With that said, let's get on with this, because to be honest, I've read this article a couple of times, and there's a couple of things that I want to point out that kind of like making me eyebrows raise. My eyebrows are actually raising as I'm doing this, but we'll get on and we'll go into it. First of all, here we have a picture of the Imperial Fists standing out. I love the yellow paint. Cole's done a fantastic job painting his Imperial Fists up. They look magnificent. Go out and check us out on 40_Col to see what he's been working on. So in last weekend's epic preview, the Codex show, we showed you a brand new datasheet that featured the upcoming books, one being that of the Heavy Intercessors. Some of you eagle-eyed readers out there noticed the introduction of a new keyword, core. And we wanted to take this opportunity to tell you a bit more about it and the impact it will have on the future of Warhammer 40,000. So, as you can see at the bottom there, this came up. I didn't notice it at the time. So anyone out there who spotted this was very eagle-eyed. As you can see, it's on the bottom of the Heavy Intercessors datasheet, outlining what their rules are, movements, and weapon profiles are. Some very, very powerful units these are going to be, marching forward 5 inches. They've got 3 wounds. They are toughness 5. They're going to be a pain in the rear end to shift, and they're going to be putting out a lot of firepower, as we discussed here on the channel, especially for armies like Imperial Fist and Iron Hands. So core units. The core keyword is used to identify units that form the fighting core of an army. These are mostly represented by units of line infantry, though this doesn't mean it's exclusive to troops, nor just infantry. In the case of the first 2 books, Codex Space Marines and Codex Necrons, many elite units such as Terminator squads and Lynch Guard, as well as fast attack units like Bike Squads and Tomb Blades, have the core keyword. Even some vehicles will be core units too, where appropriate. Here we have, excuse me, some of the Lynch Guard. There's an Overlord at the back, some Wraiths. I haven't seen the Wraith models for like ages. I know that they've got some naughty abilities, but I'd like to see some of them back. Might have to try and pick some up later. Okay. What does it mean to be a core unit? Aura abilities. Moving forward, many of the most powerful aura abilities will only affect core units from a character's sub-faction. This represents a more realistic form of in situ command, with characters acting like they're supposed to from a narrative perspective. After all, a Space Marine captain should be issuing orders and inspiring units of his battle brothers on the front line, not babysitting a squadron of repulsor executioners at the back of the battlefield. Yeah, okay, kind of get it. I get where they're coming from, but some of it, the next bit is the bit that I want to point out, so we'll get into it. As you can see here, the captain, stood in the middle, has an aura ability represented by the circle at the bottom. Would affect the intercessor on the right because it has the core keyword, but not the repulsor executioner on the left because it will not have the core keyword. As an example, let's take a look at the updated Rites of Battle aura abilities shared by all varieties of Space Marine captain. Rites of Battle aura. While a friendly chapter core, and they've put the core word in bold, unit is in 6 inches of the model, each time a model in the unit makes an attack, reroll hit rolls of 1. A crucial side effect is that the change is the characters themselves won't be affected by aura abilities that utilize the core keyword. They're supposed to be commanding others, not inspiring themselves to do better. In the example shown above, the Space Marine captain wouldn't be able to re-roll his re-roll his hit rolls of 1 and will instead have to rely on his own merit to strike home. To be fair, he usually hits on 2s anyway. Yes, very, very true, Games Workshop. If you hadn't just released a load of like Thunderhammers and Storm Shields and stuff and Power Fists where you have to like take one away from the hit roll. Now that everyone's done that and you decided to change it, there are a lot of people out there, Games Workshop, who are not happy. If narratively speaking, if there's a guy who's a captain and raised himself to the level of captain in the Adeptus Astartes or whatever, excuse me, he should have the ability to re-roll his own hit rolls. If he's that good to be able to ascend to the rank of captain, then yes, he should be able to re-roll his own hit rolls. That makes no sense whatsoever. So he can tell everyone else to do his, but he's not good enough to re-roll his own, even though you've just said at the top that he's been through it and he's gone through it and he's done the deed to raise him to captain. Makes no sense to me whatsoever. Ain't happy about that at all. So, nor will the aforementioned captain be affected by a lieutenant's tactical precision or ability. A captain has been there, seen it, and done it all, which is why he's in charge and has such an amazing profile in the first place. However, very much as intended. A nearby core unit of Space Marines will be significantly more affected when in the presence of their captain and/or lieutenant, just as they have been should be shown here, whatever. So here we have the next bit, which shall I come back to this after I've read this? Yeah, I'll read this and come back to it. As mentioned earlier, these changes to aura abilities and the introduction of core units will be rolled out with each new codex, starting with those of the Space Marines and Necrons. Head on over to the web store today and make sure you're fully stocked up on core units to get the most out of your character's aura abilities. Right, fair enough. Go to the shop, buy some stuff. Makes sense. They want you to buy stuff. Can't really argue that. Here's the next bit. In this picture here, we have a lieutenant, full boss lieutenant. His ability is to re-roll wound rolls of 1. Of course, it would go to the intercessor on the left. It always has done. Intercessors, so that way a good combination. He's got a chainsaw, plenty of attacks going in. He might be wounding on 3s and 4s, so any chance to re-roll 1s, yes, okay. Now he can't re-roll his own wound rolls of 1. And now we can't re-roll, from what I understand, his hit rolls of 1 because they're not affected by other people's aura abilities. That's my understanding of it, which makes no sense. I am sure I'm reading this correctly because the lieutenant is like a character and a core, but he's aspiring to be there. And then does he get the re-rolls of the captain? This picture would have been better if the top picture took the repulsor out and explained it better with the lieutenant. Now another point that I've got is if the captain, as Games Workshop said, has been there, done it all, seen it all, and stuff like that, then surely he would be able to do something with his own wound roll. Yeah? If you're going to take the ability to stop any sort of re-roll for a captain, then what's the point? If he's been there and done it, then he should be able to have the experience to kind of, I don't know, swing again, or make a more precise strike. He should be able to re-roll his own wound roll of 1, or roll 1 dice, or something like that. If he's been there and seen it and done it, then why can't he then do it? It doesn't make sense. He can't re-roll his own hit of 1, and he should be hitting on 2s. Fair enough. I understand that, right? But it's a captain. If Games Workshop are going to push onto me that the fact that this guy's been there and done it, and he's meant to be one of the big guys, one of the most experienced models in my army, then somewhere along the line there would be a reroll. It doesn't make sense to have nothing at all. If he can't do his wound roll either, then that's just a pain. You know what I mean? There'll be people going for power swords and power mauls instead of thunderhammers, in my opinion, just to get the hits in. It's an interesting one. I'm not overly excited about this rule change. I think it doesn't make sense to me, especially if it's characters. We'll probably get better confirmation of this in due time, but not a fan of this, guys. But that's going to be it, because that last bit of the blurb is at the bottom. What do we think? What do you guys out there think? I'm not a fan, like I've said over and over again, but now me and Carl want to know your thoughts. Anyone out there going to now change the characters, going to put different weapons on, different strategies? If you are here to the end, thank you very much. If you could like the video, they would do the channel loads of good to push us to the top of the views. And any comments are welcome. And if you're new to the channel, we are 40k. We post Warhammer 40,000 content pretty much every single day. If you love Warhammer 40k as much as we do, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, and keep up to date with everything that we do here at the channel, because we do loads and loads of really cool stuff and loads of videos. Also, if you would like to follow us on Instagram, you can do that now by going to Instagram, searching for 40_call, and you can see what we're up to painting-wise on the channel. But that's going to be it, guys. Can't wait to read your comments at the bottom. Thank you very much for watching. This is Kel, signing off for 40k, saying stay safe, look after each other. Until next time, guys, we'll see you all later.